receiving content. Alright, stream starting. So this is a MacBook that I just bought not too long ago, maybe a few hours ago. This was taken to Best Buy. Best Buy told the customer that it needed a new motherboard. Customer said that it had light water damage spilt on the keyboard, and obviously somebody's been in this computer because it's missing 2 screws now. I don't know if that was the consumer or if it was... What's up, Joe? So I don't know if it was the consumer or if it was Best Buy that lost the screws, but either way, no big deal. We got more of those. So we're going to open it up and look and see if we can find water damage. So on the back shielding, there is signs of water damage up here at the top. This is right next to the LCD LVDS connector. So let's start our look and see what's not connected here. This is keyboard backlight, not connected. All this is connected. I'm gonna hit myself in the face here, moving around the board. No liquid there. We got a, looks like a resistor or something there. We got some corrosion there, right here on this JTAG port. We got a little corrosion here. Got a few resistors that look a little fucked up. Some vias there that look kind of eh. Couple caps. This resistor here has seen better days, but nothing too concerning there. Got a little corrosion on the cap here. This chip needs to be reflowed. It's got some ugly solder. Alright, so we got some definitely water damage around the LVDS connector. Let's see if LVDS is water damaged. It looks like it is. So this is all in the typical same spots that they always get water damage. Right up along the entrance. Let's check our LVDS connector. On the inside, nothing burnt, so that's a good sign. I would be shocked if this backlight driver is not fucked, but who knows, maybe not. No big deal if it is. We have more. Let's look down here. Our 3V42 line looks okay. Hey, we got some corrosion down here. Now last time I did one of these, there's a 3V42 line that runs down here, and it was being shorted out because there was water damage down here. So we definitely have some water damage down there. It's a little bit there. So overall, it's got a little bit all over the board. So I'm gonna go turn my preheater on for my board, my Crest Ultrasonic. And that'll take every bit of the time to warm up that we're sitting here dicking with this. MacBooks are not as common, but I've worked on quite a few of them. But it's definitely not, it's not as common as iPhones and stuff, that's for sure. Alright, so plug in my charger here. Let's see if I get any light. The customer said it had light on the charger, but we'll find out here in a second. I kind of just want to see what it's doing. I'm gonna, before I put any power to it, I'm gonna clean up the corrosion that I can see, and then we'll test it out, and then we'll pull it if it's still not doing anything, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna try to fix some of these solder joints that look like shit too, because usually they can be cleaned up with just some fresh solder. I'm going to scrub all the way across the back here and all down through here where we had some. Alright, so we'll put some flux and start refilling some capacitors here. I'll check our backlight fuse here in a second. Try using a large chisel tip. This is going to take some serious heat, most likely. I need to talk about hot air station back there to the crest and just fucking preheat the water that way. I don't want to be too aggressive here because you can easily just knock the end of these caps right off, but I do want to clean them up, see if they'll retake solder, because any corrosion or pitting that's left behind is just going to cause more issues in the long run. As far as experience goes, Lewis will definitely have more experience on this stuff than I will. I can fix these, but I can't tell you all the problems and what to look for like Lewis can on MacBooks. I know some of them, but not all of them. Or not anywhere near what he does. Just cleaning these caps up. That looks okay. Now we'll do our tweezers. Get some of these smaller components cleaned up. Come over here and see what we got. This Either capacitor. It's probably a capacitor. Get the fuck off my goddamn iron, bro. Fucking Wick cleaning shit is stuck to it. I need to pull one of my. Yeah, pull one of the fucking tweezers out a little bit. Shit won't let up. What's up, Microfix? Let class begin. Class is in session. That's what you call it. So we got a few over here. There's a leg burn off this one, which will definitely have to be replaced. We need our legs, Lieutenant Dan. Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs. It's the new name of that chip now. It's Lieutenant Dan. Lieutenant Dan, ice cream, Lieutenant Dan. Alright, so that's fairly cleaned up on that side. Alright. Let's see. I don't think this has a leg on it, so I'll have to look and see what this bad boy is here. Pull our LVDS back out of the way there. Yeah, that's definitely missing a leg, so it's gonna have to be replaced. Alright. Let's just see. I'm gonna clean this up and see what it does. See if it boots up or if it gets a green light or if it gets anything. I'm gonna also pull a schematic up for it. I'm gonna put that on the view that you all can see on the computer there. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and open that up. So this is, where's our board number? A 3115. So the 3115 has another board that's close to it. I can't remember the exact number, but there's two versions that are very similar. Alright, so MacBook 3115. Alright, we need to open our board view and figure out what this is. Yes. I haven't switched over yet, so if you're wondering why you can't see anything, that's why. Alright. So I'm going to switch over so you all can see this. Alright, so board view. This is the front side of the board. Display driver stops. Okay, cool. Hopefully you didn't lock up my stream, you piece of shit. Oh, we might be locking it up. No, there it goes. Alright, so back side of the board. We're going to zoom in here. We're going to go over to this component that is missing a leg. So it's display driver stopped responding. And this fucking computer just hates me. Alright, so anyway, so it's hopefully stream's still working. Yeah, the 2936 is what I thought. Alright, so this leg here is burnt off. That's PP bus G3 hot. So kind of important. That's main power rail. So we're gonna need to replace that. What does this go to? FW port. It may not be that important. At least not for just working. God, stop fucking failing, goddamn piece of shit driver. Oh my god. It keeps just airing out every time. That's probably not needed for... Alright, I can't take that anymore. That's probably not needed for the computer to turn on. I think it has to do with the Ethernet port. So let's hook up our screen here. If I can get it inside the LVDS connector. Alright, so we got that connected. Connect our battery back up. See if we get a light. Okay, so right now we're getting no light. So we got nada. So we need to start first. Let's see what PP3V42 is doing, which should be right here. Alright, so it's on that side of the coil and it's on that side of the coil. So we have PP3V42. I'm going to try it the other direction just to make sure that sometimes you can wiggle these around and they'll work all of a sudden. Alright, so we got nothing. So I'm going to see if it will boot into SMC bypass. I'm getting a faint green light, which means we're probably missing a power rail. Alright, so we need to find the one wire circuit. So I'm going to do all this on the computer above so my fucking video driver doesn't shit itself over and over. Sorry. Wish I could show you all directly, but... Alright, so... let's go down here. Oops, wrong line. Mm-hmm. 3115. We'll open this. I need to talk to Paul about getting it to where Open Board Viewer will automatically open a file that's is associated with the program. Alright, so we need PP342. We need PP bus G3 hot. Let's pull the schematic up and look at the one wire circuit too. One wire circuit. So if you don't have a green light, one wire circuit is your answer. SIM tray on iPhones. Alright, so one wire. Zoom out and we'll scroll through our schematic here. Get us back up here to the top. Alright. Scroll through here and find the one wire. Once we find the battery connector, we'll find one wire circuit. No. It's Thunderbolt. No one cares about Thunderbolt. Does anybody even honestly use Thunderbolt? I've had one guy talk about Thunderbolt. And he was dead set on fucking using it. There's the fan connector. Keyboard. We're getting close. Thought we were. Might as well just search for battery. I'm going about this like the longest way possible. 5v5 G3 hotline. What? Alright, fuck it. I'm just searching for battery. Fucking spill. Battery. That's not it. Alright, here it is. Battery and charger. Charger, one wire circuit. Found you. Alright, so BCA cock and 3V42. So we're going to have to pull the board. We're going to have to go and find. Or we may not have to pull it. Let me find out. I don't know if. I think it's U60. It's either U6900 or U7000 or something. Let's see if it's 6900. No, that's the one wire circuit chip, so it's U7000, I guess. U7000 it is. Alright, so let's find U7000. Alright, so it's on the back side of the board here. It's right here. And it's got a little corrosion around it also. So we're going to clean that up first, then I'm going to reflow it. and see if we're getting our AMTECH signal. Have to crank our heat up a little bit because these boards take a fuck ton of it. Yes, I do have PP3V42. Alright, so I'm just going to reflow this area just to make sure it looks okay, but I want to make sure that it is okay. Alright, starting to melt. Alright, we'll go back in there and we'll clean up the excess solder here. One of our keys came off from the other side of the board. That's good. Alright. Now let's see what it does. Let's see. We got anything? Still got nothing. See if we still have PP3V42. We still have PP3V42. So we're missing AMTECH. So let's come over here to U7000 and let's meter for BGA AMTECH. It's pin 14. So let's see. Pin 14 is on the left side from where we're currently looking. So it's this pin here. And we have nothing. So on our chip currently we have 0 volts on BGA AMTECH. So we need to change out EU 7000. Let's check the line to see if maybe for some reason it might have a short. Okay. It is reading low. It's reading 114 ohms. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the board. Because I want to check the DCN board just because of the focalized damage up here in the top corner. DCN board is part of this area, so it could be damaged, causing an issue. Have you taught me nothing? Lewis, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, man. Are you going to stream today, Lewis? I was hoping you were going to stream yesterday. Or give Duke more shit. I don't know that Duke got enough flack for the whole chip thing. Oh yeah, headache. Yeah, that sucks. My girlfriend suffers from like really chronic headaches, and I don't know if you have chronic headaches or not, Lewis, but she went and got. Well, she's going to the doctor too because she's had problems with dizziness and like having hearing issues and stuff. So the doctors think that she's got something in her ear that's wrong. But she also had really chronic headaches and got a piercing in, I guess, whatever your ear. I guess there's a piercing you can do that helps relieve headaches, and she hasn't had one since. So pay $20 to put Amazon links in your video description. $20 or not $20. Is that $20 a month, Jessa, or just one time $20? I don't even know how much y'all make off that. I'm sure it's a decent amount. You said Lewis made more off of Amazon links than he did with YouTube revenue, so it must pay pretty well. With mine for free. Kate, no. I would say the whole sex thing would be the other way around. She usually wants to have sex with more than I do, so maybe I have chronic headaches. Jessa has a boat. Jessa has a boat. I don't work on Macs anywhere near as much as Lewis does, so I'm probably gonna look like an idiot doing this stuff, but I haven't had too many hard ones lately, so that's good. No, just absolute shitholes. Is everybody out of the board here? Looks like it. We'll find out in a second. I gotta lift this fucker out. Nope, no one left. 1983, and it's older than Lois. Our family had a boat from the 80s. It's boat technology doesn't change very often, so even if you have an old boat, it's still good. All right, so board's out. No real damage or anything on the underside of the board that I could see. We did lose our control chip. We'll have to, or our control keyboard key. Looks like. See if we got any damage over there. It's fucking fuzzy as shit. Alright, disconnect the speakers. An engine block crack that's filled with JB oil. We did that actually on one of our boats. My dad waterproofed it and put it up for, or did the winterproofing and put it up for the winter, and then we came back and there's a fucking hole in the block on the outside of it, so he just JB oiled it closed. It worked. Burn. She also has a real education. we're tied at cancer cures. Well, I mean, he's not wrong, so that is correct. Let's see if there's anything else that's blatantly obviously wrong here. Got a little shit under there. I'm gonna run it through ultrasonic here in a second. Let's stick those out in the speaker. I'm glad that the CPU area is mostly just fuzzy. And pad's still there. How's our DCN board look? It looks a little funky too. I'll go ahead and swap that out just to make sure. Alright, I'm going to strip this down and throw it in ultrasonic. Oh yeah, I mean, I would say curing cancer in a dish would be just pour some bleach in there or something. Then direct your cells. I swear, just so you and Lewis are siblings, just separated by a few years and different parents. Find you a capacitor later? Which capacitor? The board, Lewis, it has no green light. Water damage spilled on the keyboard supposedly. Doesn't look like it was spilled on the keyboard. It looks like it came in from the backside of the board. I'll show you the damage that's there. So we've got what I assume is some type of MOSFET or not a MOSFET, an IC for Ethernet, I think. It's got a burnt leg from PP Bus G3 hotline. I've kind of cleaned up some of these caps up here just to see if any of those were fucked up. They all seem fine. This chip, I haven't looked to see what it is, but it looks okay. It had some corrosion around it. SMC, your BIOS area and stuff. It's got a little flux left over. Had a burnt resistor over there, or just blackened like these are. But that's the main areas that were really damaged. There's some corrosion down here around U7000, which PP Bus G3 hot is 0 volts, and the resistance on PP Bus, or the not PP Bus, the fucking BCA cock, excuse me. BCA cock 0 volts, and if I meter BCA cock short to ground, it's like 100 and something ohms. We do have 3B42 though. Okay, firewire shit. Dividend checks. Just I don't know that I won. I don't know if I want the fucking iCloud removal stuff on my site. I really wanted to make one yesterday and I was so fucking busy. Larry's was pretty funny too. Did you watch his? I'm gonna go throw this in the ultrasonic real quick. Let it run for a few minutes. Just to clean it up. I haven't tried it yet, Lewis. I'm just gonna clean it up real fast, and then that was the first thing I was gonna do is remove U7000. A question for you, Lewis, on U7000, the BCA cock line, that's only a data line, correct? So the voltage on that line is supplied from somewhere else, isn't it? Like U7000 doesn't make that voltage; it just uses it to talk to the charger. Tested 100% working, bro. Jessa, I really do fear that some people are going to do this because some of the people questioning in chat, well, not in chat, but in the comments, an empty chair. Shit, Lewis gets 15 people watching his stream after it's done for an hour. Okay. So it gets pulled up. Okay. So Lewis, when the computer is off with no connector there, is the AC BCA OK line, like our ACOC line, pulled down up to 300 centimeters? Okay. Makes sense. So I assume, Lewis, by asking if I pulled the ISL, if I get a green light, you are assuming that the ISL is bad, correct? Sorry, I keep looking up chat. I'm watching chat on the screen above, so. Cock line. Okay, cool. Jessa, everyone loves a good cock line. That's how it's going to pull the voltage down. Q5310. Lewis, when it pulls that line low, what's the purpose of pulling it low? Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'm still a newbie to some of this stuff. This man thinks it's pulling too much, then it turns it talk down. That makes sense. So is BC okay? Or BCA cock okay? Is it just a 0 volt or 3.3 volt? Is there an in between voltage that it can actually fluctuate with? Jessa, Don't hate on my hot air. I have used it for 5 years and been very happy with it. It has a ceramic heating element. It's not shit. I'm gonna go grab the board. Just a Chris. I would love to have a JBC. Nah, the air tube would be fixed if it wasn't for my hot air station. Yeah, I know it's not the best unit on the market, but it has served me well. I guess we can see. I don't. Lewis says he runs his shit on maximum, so this isn't maxed out. I'm running on 400 degrees Celsius here, but maybe it's. We'll see if it's worth a shit as far as taking this IC off. Alright, so now we retest. God, Lewis, you killed me. Fix it, Mom approves. I would love a JVC unit though. Alright, so I've got a faint green light. Oh, there we go. Now it's a full bright green light. So I'm gonna recheck that line and see if the ISO was the issue. See if it's got a short still. Has a JBC. God, I love your all's banter. It's so fucking entertaining. Alright, so the short's gone on that line now too, so yeah. Definitely an issue with the ISO. Alright, I'm gonna go grab another one. Just on the iPad, everything. Yeah, I have a feeling that mine's also giving me ample time for repairs to buy cereal. Enjoy my happy life. There it is. That's the line right there. Need to order some more chips. Just fascinating. Fascinating. Fix-A-Mom is a fascinating woman. So that's a 9. Alright, this is my last IC. I gotta order some. It shows you how much I work on these. I've got one left. Hopefully it's the right one. Let's see. Alright, so got one left. Great. How it's okay to hit women. Kate is not a woman. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. So, Let's see if we still get a green light or not. Alright, we have a green light now with the ISL chip on. That's good. Let's put some RAM back in it. Put our heatsink and our fan on temporarily. Tar, it's because she's like the Candyman or Notorious B.I.G. If you say his name, he'll appear. Alright, let's see if we can get fan spin now. I'd be happy if we can. Because if so, fairly straightforward fix. And I can go through and just replace all the small shit. Hey, we have fan spin. So, fan is spinning. So, thank you, Lewis, for the information. It makes complete sense now. Display driver stopped responding. Well, fuck off, display driver. It drives me absolutely nuts. I cannot get my Intel chipset driver on this thing to stop crashing. Like the NVIDIA driver does perfectly fine, but my integrated shit. It was the ISL, Lewis. I put it back on, so let me get it in focus here. Put the new ISL on, and that was it. You were correct, sir. So this was one that a customer brought in, and now for my end of the, what capacitor do you need? Or do you want, are you wanting affiliate links in your in the comments? $34.37. I need to buy these. Save one. What's 500 plus? What's the capacitance and package size on it? Feel free to affiliate like me. 34.37. Let me look and see. That'd be really odd. That's really odd that they don't have those on Mauser or something. 34.37. Oh, it's a tantalum. It's the one that always fails, isn't it? So let's see. Is that the one that you normally replace with the larger one, or is it a? Are you trying to find the exact one that replaces that? $71.40. Jesus fuckery. Slow ass search. Ask them for an exact match. Who the fuck is that? Is that the people that... Oh, what the fuck is with this site? Oh, that's the actual cap. Well, there you go. Dick. Who called you, Lewis? A actual person? Like somebody that watches the streams? I don't understand why people do that. So, like, it's fucking grow up. Do something else. Like, why the fuck do you need to talk to somebody? What's the one that you linked in the from fucking Shenzhen or wherever the hell it is? Y'all are gonna keep me going around in circles all day. Tantalum. Fucking scroll and chat doesn't work. That's good. I have to grab the actual shit and move it. 11 volts. Oh, the ones you linked are 16 volt. Lewis, is there any issue with going with something with a higher capacitance or any issue with going with a higher voltage cap? Towerman, he was actually, yeah, it was Michael Oberdick's number. I don't think they got the full video, or I don't think they got the full number. Oh, okay. So it just needs to be the right size. All right. $35.28. Huh. It's interesting. Okay, I'll look and see what I can find, Melissa. Do you need one like now? Because if you do, I can go back there and see if I've got any. I can just pull them off. I assume they go bad and just short the line to ground. Why can't you replace those caps with a ceramic base cap versus keeping the tantalum? Is there some type of property to them that forces you to use those? Because I noticed on the schematic on the same line, it's got a ceramic cap too. It's got 3 tantalums and then a ceramic. I didn't know if there was any reason why they do that. Or is it like a protection option? Oh, okay. Well, figured I'd ask. I never even noticed that in the schematics that they have a different, he wants to sell them. That's fine. Lewis has helped me out more than I think I'll ever be able to help Lewis. And so have you, Jessa. I mean, that's why I offered if you need any help, I mean, I don't mind to help you all any way I can. Have you tried ceramic on it, Lewis? Like, does it just not work if there's ceramic caps? Jessa, what do you need help with? I need to help Kurt. Well, let me put my links. That's funny. Y'all kill me. The important station to the electronics. In this article, just I'm reading an article right now between the ceramics and the tantalum to see what the difference is. Tantalum, there's a linear reduction. 2009. Seems like there's no advantage to using tantalums. They have voltage degradation above certain temperatures. They have higher ESR ratings. They're polarized, so you have to put them in the right direction. Y'all fucking... Y'all are nuts. Is this like... I mean, I kind of... Just from the little while that I got to see you all, I assume this is the energy level that's pretty consistent between you two. Alright, parasinic condenses is lower than tantalum reducing harmonics from ripple worker. Yes, are affected by the same. This article, it just seems like they're just fucking trouncing tantalum, saying that they're just complete shit. Like everything across the board on them seems to be worse. Like the same capacitance and size and everything. Like the ceramic chips have a lower ESR rating, a better working voltage range. They don't leak voltage as badly as the tantalums do. I don't know. That's weird. Everything in the article says tantalum sucks. It's just going to make him try to get you to answer his iPhone forum questions for free. I feel like Kate Foss is Lewis. Fosse. 2007 is the article. How many different logins are you on right now? Well, you've got a phone and a computer. How many other computers do you have? So. I mean, I would assume tantalums haven't been used in a long time. I mean, obviously Macs used them, but do they use them in anything anymore? Because I know they've always had issues with them failing. Alright, that MacBook's done, so I really need to test it, but let's put it back together real quick and make sure we have image. We have fan spin, so that's a start. We could still have CPU problems. I doubt it, but... I've got to check out the forum and see. I read a little bit on the phone forum section, and there wasn't a whole lot in there. A few random questions. Hey, display driver stopped again. Good job. You're doing an excellent job. Somebody suggested I do a BIOS update, but I'm pretty sure I did one already, but I will check again. The funny thing is, I downloaded the driver for the integrated chipset. Well, I downloaded the system that's supposed to check for the driver from Intel's website, and their driver that they tell me to download is the wrong driver. It will not install with my chipset, even though their tool points me directly to that one, which makes no fucking sense. I have Down syndrome. Golly. Y'all are fucking terrible. Only 4 thumbs up. Yeah, it's okay, Tar. I mean, honestly, I do these streams just so it's not so fucking boring. And so I can teach some stuff that I know. I don't know a whole lot, but I know some stuff. Hopefully it'll help someone. Hopefully someone is gaining something off of this. Jessa wants me to do her affiliate links, and I really think that there should be a monthly charge on that. I mean, I would consider it. I don't know if I'll necessarily sell anything, but you never know. I am an Amazon user myself, so there's a little extra motivation for anybody. Yeah, Bobby, it is helpful for that, that's for sure. Customers feel a lot more comfortable if you can explain to them, what the issue is, and you can show that you understand what you're talking about. We sell a lot of customers on stuff that they're a little iffy about, just because we can explain to them what's going on and what the solution should be for it. Not that it always is the solution, but I still have a few components I need to replace here, but I just want to see if it actually Shows us a folder icon. Actually, this has the hard drive in it, so it should show us an actual Apple logo. Come on, you bitch. Thank you. How much traffic can I guarantee? Well, it depends on how. If Lewis advertises on his page for my streams, I've picked up about 100 people. I have 200 subscribers. On live streams, we have an average of 14, which is a lot, I know. I think if we start reading Fascinating Womanhood, we might be able to get that to 20. This is about my average. Oh, that sounds like shit. So we have no image. Let's see if we have. Oh, the hard drive's loading something because it's clicking. It keeps sensing that the drive's moving so much. A bot problem? Maybe so. Who knows? Who are the bots? That's the question. Okay, so currently we have no image, no LCD activity, I don't think. Let me see. Unplug power here. I want to see if the LCD energizes. Okay, so I've got no LCD activity. Also have no chime. The disk and everything though starts, like the hard disk starts to do something. If you read the rest of Fascinating Womanhood on stream. Golly. I'm probably the slowest reader. Alright, so let's come over here and look at LCD and see why we have no image. Bypass the mucks. Fuck the mucks. Mucks fuckers. Alright. Ground. First two lines should be the 3.3, they are. And then those are the switch lines, and then we have the SO voltage. So let's meter those. Pull this down. It's hard to, I need to do pop out window chat. Don't contribute to this woman's empire. Is she an evil empire, Lewis? Down with the mucks. Make your own links. Alright, so we have 3.3 on the switch line, and we have 3.3 on the power line. Huh. Well, now we have backlight all of a sudden. What the fuck? Alright, so backlight's on now. And it shut off. Oh, I hit the power cable. Let's see if it... Well, it was on. There it goes. We might have a bad cable, I'm not sure. Alright, so now we have a logo. I'm not sure why it's doing that. If the connector's bad, it may be bad. Yeah, it's loading the OS now, so that was weird. I'll mess around with it here and see if it stops. It seems to be okay now. Alright, it's good now. It's loading. So we have Apple logo and it's loading up the OS. So I will call this one done and then fix the other issues with it later. Because I want to do an iPhone on stream while we're here. Charge back on every... What's MAGA comment? If Lewis is who I think he is, can he post from the same... Can you post from different accounts at the same time? I didn't even check to see if this thing charges the battery. Let's see if I get an orange light at least. Yeah, I get orange light. That's good. Make America great again. Alright, so I'm gonna do this iPhone and break my fucking Note 5 in the process. Let me go grab it. It's a water damaged phone, so I kind of want to see what's wrong with it. Just a question for you, if you're still on stream. I had a guy bring in a 6 Plus that was dropped, and I've seen this before on the iPhone 5S, and I could never figure out what it was. And Mark said it might be something to do with chestnut, but I had replaced chestnut on those and no change. When you put, if you have the original screen that was on it when it was dropped, you have display, but it has lines in the screen like mason lines, like the real thin ones, all the way across, and no touch. If you put a new screen on it that's not broken, the screen only does backlight. Like when you first turn it on, it lights up and then fades out, and it's backlight only. And I checked the chestnut lines. Chestnut is producing the correct voltage. I haven't checked the 1V8 line, but I did check the diode reading on the connector, and it all checked out. So I didn't know if you'd ever seen that. MAGA! It's almost like you're cussing. Beep, beep, beep. Make America great again. We're gonna have all the best things. We're gonna have the best iPhones, the best water damage. Climate change is a hoax, but that's true. I mean, it's obvious that the Chinese just made it up. That way they could drown us out. And if you say that I said that, that's incorrect, even though it's on video. I never said that. Jess, I may have a 6 Plus that I send to you actually for data. I'm gonna look at it a little more, but the phone turns on and works, but it has no touch, and the guy really wants to get, they've got like 7,000 baby photos on there supposedly, so they really want their information off of it. And I'm starting to run out of ideas, so I may see if you have any idea. Alright, so this one is supposedly water damage, but it's, if it is, that, oh, I can see it's down here by the sim tray. Yeah, just very light though. America! Alright, so I'm going to take the CPU shield off and look and see under this. It says water damage, backlight not working. I wonder if the fucking screen's just fucked up. No, LCD connector looks okay. I'll try it with my screen real quick just to make sure. Watch that be all it is. I was excited. I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have water damage one. I'm gonna find some shit burn up. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna make America great again. It's gonna be all good. Watch it be my luck. This is not a backlight issue. Oh, Chris Long doesn't let further spam into his descriptions. I mean, I can definitely whore myself out if needed. Let me see if this is even pulling anything. I'm gonna disconnect battery. It makes me wonder if this is even fucking turning on. This is why sometimes you don't want to listen to the customer. Or even sometimes the people who look at it, because sometimes they won't know either. So right now I've got nothing on screen. Say some vegan shit, my clit's getting soft. Wow. That's the funniest shit. What the fuck? Well, I'm getting a normal draw. Let me see if it... Yeah, I got an Apple logo. There's no backlight. Alright, that's cool. Low floored. Is stream locked up? Oh. I'm just not fucking playing the stream right now. Click live. The entertainment that occurs in chat is well worth it. So I'm gonna pull the shield in the frame and see what we got. Oh, what's up, Joshua? Joshua's expression is exactly how I feel. In 8 years after Trump's second term, I fucking hope not. I mean, cool. if you disliked Hillary, that's great. I understand why. But please, for fucking God, don't elect that man again. He has just turned this fucking whole country into a shit show. When you get up there and say that you're the best at healthcare and that you're going to have the best plans and everybody's going to be covered and this and that, and then after somebody puts a health bill in front of you and you say, man, healthcare is a lot more complicated than anybody knew, shut the fuck up. Alright, so let's see. We got a glory hole in our diode. We got a solder ball on the end of our capacitor here. Do we have any balls of steel hanging out under here? Let's see if we got a short on the output caps, or if this was somebody. Oh yeah, I'm sure he will. I didn't say I'd make it great, even though it's on video. I didn't say that. It's all made up. It's this dishonest media just lying all the time. Okay, so we do have a partial short. It's 100 and how many ohms is that? It's 120 ohm short. Who knew it'd be so complicated? I feel like this is either Lewis talking to himself or Jessa talking to Lewis in fake names. That's my assumption here. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and pull all this fucking shit off and see. I'll go ahead and pull the board out because I'm gonna have to anyway. Who knew? Who knew healthcare was so complicated? I'm just waiting for all these best deals that he was going to give us. That's the one thing I want to see. What are all these best deals? He's the best deal maker. I was watching a video of him the other night. And he was talking about like how to deal with Congress. He's like, you just got to get them all in one room and make them agree on something. Like, yeah, that's how fucking Congress works. They all go into a room and then majority vote wins. Flaussé. Cake Flaussé. I'm gonna make an account on YouTube that has the author's name that wrote Fascinating Womanhood. And that'll be my new username. I haven't even looked to see. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the key. Maybe Kate Flossé, or Kate Floss, or Kate Flossy, or Floss. Maybe that is the author of Fascinating Womanhood. Unplug, you little bitch. Bend the fuck out of my tweezers, don't you? Thank you. See, that's what I wonder. Is Kate Floss Jessa? There's K Floss Lewis and his low floored Lewis, or his low floored Jessa. Well, that looks good up here. Looky there. Look at it, nice and tied to the board. I'm surprised the fucking thing even turns on. Nice and tight. Makes you think what else is under this fucking cover here now. Looks like this survived. Didn't get touched. That's lucky. So let's take that fucking shitty ass capacitor off before it fucks something. I'm surprised that BCC main didn't have a giant fucking short. Come on. Come off of there. Alright. Guess you're gonna get broken off the board. Twilight Zone thing. I would be perfectly fine if that was the case. Jessa and Lewis are both very entertaining people. Fun to hang out with, that's for sure. Tell you one thing, Lewis's camera setup is fucking pretty awesome. It's very impressive. Very impressive. Yep, we still have a low voltage or low resistance on output there. So let's heat this area up and start removing caps. Usually the cap we see that fails is this one down here, so I'm just gonna heat the underfill up some just so it becomes really pliable and comes off easy. Alright, so that should be good enough. Let's see if I can get that diode out. May just end up breaking it out of there. Usually it's what happens anyway. Here's a better one. Are y'all playing Twilight music? Okay, that's part of the diode, and there's the other parts. Alright, so we got our diode out. Chances are, if diode is bad, coil is bad, but we'll wait and see. Let's see what my reading the ground is now. Still there. Still short. So let's knock out cap number 1, which is usually the cap for me that fails. Alright, so cap number 1 is out. Let's recheck our resistance. This could be an IC. Coils can't cause resistance to ground to be low though. Alright, so still have a low resistance to ground. This could very well be the IC itself. Okay, so it was actually the center cap. Now that that cap is gone, our resistance is now OL. On ground, 0. On power, yeah, it's OL. So there's a second capacitor on the center that was bad. It wasn't a complete short to ground, so I'm hoping that the coil maybe survived and the diode took the brunt of it. But if it is the coil, no big deal. We can swap that out. I just want to pick all this underfill out that I can. Because when we place our new caps in, that underfill is just going to be in the way. So. Can you all see that okay? Sorry. I ain't paying attention. Seems like it's alright. If you need it brighter, just let me know. I can try to turn the brightness up some, but it should be visible. Alright, so I'm going to clean those pads up. We're going to put some leaded solder on those. That way when we place our new caps, we don't have to overheat the area. The ground section is going to be the hard side. I have to use some Wick. Some of that good Techspray. Yeah. Lewis knows about it now. Lewis, I'm going to order you some larger stuff so you can see what you think of the bigger stuff that they offer. I think they make a good product. I like that the weave in the braid is a lot tighter and it seems to absorb solder fairly easily. I don't like that this coil has so much excess of solder on the side of it. Or capacitor, actually, sorry. There we go. Should be good enough to reattach to. Wick's good. I mean, I have Wick. I don't have anything against them. I just like the fact that the ends of them fray out just kind of bugs me. Like when I go to wick something sometimes, especially with like tweezers on small components, the problem is like the wick will separate and it doesn't absorb anything. My iron just ends up poking through it. So that's kind of why I switched. But I've got shit. I bought every type of wick that I could find because I wanted to see what was best. So I bought several kinds of wick. I bought a few different types of the Techspray. I bought MG Chemicals braid. I bought, there's some other ones. I don't know if I got it up here. Yeah, here's some of them. I've got Wick. I've got MG Chemicals Super Wick. I've got another brand of MG Chemicals Super Wick. I've got more Wick in the back. And I kind of settled on the Techspray just because of how well it absorbs. But there's nothing wrong with Goot. I mean, it's good stuff too. Just kind of where I ended up being at after everything was done. I need to clean this up. The tight weave, some of them you don't have to have a tight weave on everything. Like if you're working on larger components or a larger surface area and your tip's not going to be very small, it's not super important to have a tighter weave on the braid. So I don't know if maybe you're just making a joke about it or something. I don't know. But so I want to clean out this underfill, and so I can put my diode in there. I do want to put some leaded solder on those too, so I don't have to put much heat in there for that. Yeah, I've been really happy with the Techspray stuff. I think all of them work like well. I mean, none of them are bad at what they do. It's just I just had more success with lower heat, being able to pull solder up with the Techspray versus some of the other ones. So that's just kind of why I went with it. I would like to try like different fluxes and see. I've tried like the Kingbow, and I've got two types of AMTECH flux here. I've got the 559 that Lewis sells, and then I also have it's in the description. It's like a 339 or something like, or 4300, excuse me. It's a 4300 tacky flux that I use. It's rosin flux. It's not a no clean flux. I use that on the BGA work. It's good stuff. I like it. I used it for a long time on this work, but then with the rosin stuff, you have to make sure that you remove all of it or it'll eat through your solder because it is corrosive. No clean. I was reading on no clean the other day and why it's technically no clean. So all flux has to be corrosive to a point. That's how it works. But the corrosive acids that are in no clean flux are organic, so they break down at certain temperatures, and those temperatures are usually temperatures at soldering temp. So if you're able to melt your solder, you're technically supposed to be able to neutralize the acid that's in there. So alright, I'm gonna grab, hopefully I should have a parts board with these components on it. Alright, so we got one here. I'm going to snag these capacitors off another board. Let me check the resistance first, just to make sure that these are good. They look good, but you never know. So that one's good. So these are good. They're in the million ohms. increase my airspeed a little bit. A little trick to getting caps off: if you grab them on the end where the solder is, your tweezers will transfer the heat through to the solder a little faster. So if you're needing to get them off in a hurry. I've got my heat turned down because I use a lower temperature when working on the CPU, so probably not necessary, but personal choice on my end to do so. Alright, so we got our caps. GPU time. Are you doing more, Lewis? Or did you give up on them? Also, Lewis, you're asking what unit I have. I have the Scotch HR460 is the BGA system that I have. I mean, it's still nothing crazy. I wish I had the alignment stuff for it. I'm sure you could add it on to it somehow, but that's the only thing that I kind of wish I had on there. So we're gonna cover up my CPU and blow my capacitor fucking away from me. That one's not the right one. Where you at? There you go. Motherfucker. Let me back that up a little bit. Alright, there we go. Now my second one. That's not it. There it is. Fucking underfill, go away. I need to be mod to post links. Kate, you'll have to confirm your identification first before you get mod. Trying to think of something you would know from the visit. What kind of burrito? Kind of burrito, Kate, was consumed in Nashville? Because we know Lewis likes burritos, and burritos are very good, actually. That one, me personally, I'm not vegetarian, and I thought that was actually a really good burrito. We're working. Call back later. You're 5 2 anyway. Alright, so not perfectly straight, but as long as it's not touching the shit next to it, I'm good. Alright, diode time. diode. Diode. Alright, so where are you at? Backlight filter, backlight diode. This is my old man pill case. It has all my components in it. If you want to steal it, do it. I got it from Larry. I stole this from you, Larry, but I keep all my components in there. I'm gonna do one for my MacBook stuff also. Yeah, I cannot give up on steak meat either. Steak is my weakness. That and bacon. Bacon's really hard to give up too. I am gonna start working out more though. I need to lose some weight. Lewis is up. I need to lose some weight. I've gained probably 80 pounds in the last year or so. And it probably has to do with this job because I'm not as active anymore. So, but we set up the elliptical at home. So, well, I've got it upstairs now. We can set it up. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna start running again like I used to, so I can lose weight. Get back down to 200 pounds. Yeah, alligator is really good. Alligator to me is like chicken and fish had a baby, and that was the results. All right, let's see if we have a short. That way I'm not blowing something up as soon as I hook this up. No short there. No short there. See if we have continuity from our caps. All right, let's see if we have backlight. Bacon makes every salad better. This is true. I'm gonna pull Lewis's stream up so I can watch it on the side here. Wix. Wix.com. Everybody's freaking the fuck out because there's no audio in his stream. Why is that, Tar? Because you just can't eat anything? I'll tell you one thing, man. Fucking teeth are an absolute nightmare. My teeth are not the greatest, but it seems like no matter what happens, they always end up fucking up, no matter if you brush or not. Some people just have audio. Hey, audio. Hey, and we have backlight. So backlight is back. So I'm gonna say brightness is good. It could be dim, but oh yeah, it definitely needs it's probably definitely gonna need a coil. I got some flicker in it. I don't know if it's the screen. It could be the screen, but definitely has a flicker to it. Well, I don't have the passcode, I don't think. Let me see. No, don't have the passcode, so I can't really test it. Well, We have backlight. It's yeah, I'm gonna replace the coil. It's flickering pretty bad.
2011. I wonder what could be wrong with this.
But
Turn it on and see, what do you think could possibly be wrong with the 2011?
2011 Lewis's GPU or capacitor, one or the other. All right, so what's up, Seven? I'm gonna go ahead and replace this coil, and then I'm gonna head home because the girlfriend has messaged and asked what I'm doing. Alright, so I'm going to show you how I take the coil off, and this tends to be the consensus among everybody on how to remove the coil. Pretty much just destroy it. It's the safest way to get it off. So I take my largest tip, crank up the heat. So heat's up, you can actually see the flux melting around it from the heat being transferred through the coil itself. Alright, so see how the coil starts to kind of fall apart once it gets hot? I'm just going to break it into pieces. And the reason you do this is because the amount of heat that may be required to get this off may cause issues with the actual IC itself. So there's the internals of the coil. That's the actual coil of wire. So in case you ever wonder why they call it a coil, it literally is coiled wire inside of it. Alright, so we're going to add some leaded solder to these joints to get them to come off easily.
We're going to try to replace the graphics chip.
So there's one side of it. And then we can heat up the other side and get it out. Alright, there it comes. And there's the other part of it. So we've gotten the coil out without using any hot air. We can clean up all of our underfill with just using a little bit of heat from our iron. Yeah, usually the coil dies, but sometimes you get lucky and it doesn't. So we'll clean out our underfill here. Alright, so our underfill is all cleaned out. Make sure we get in this corner some. Alright, so that's good. Now we need to clean this up. Get rid of this junk. Alright, so
I was 163 pounds before my lobby. I'm 148 now. I lost 50 fucking pounds.
damn, Lewis.
It was the first day that I tried to go to the gym.
Alright, so that looks fairly cleaned up. We're going to flatten these pads out some. We want to add just a little bit of solder to these. You don't want too much, because then it'll be just mushing out everywhere. Okay, so let's grab a coil. I've got still some of the original style coils, so I'm going to use those up, but I also got the new ones that that Mark uses, and I'll start using those as soon as we run out of the original ones. Putting this back on isn't as bad because with the leaded solder on there, when we flow this with heat, it's going to sit down fairly quickly. Alright, it's melted. Pressed it down into the solder. Now if we look at the edge there, you can see that it's sitting flat. And then if you want to test continuity on that to make sure the coil is connected, you can measure from the output of your diode to the input. Oh, see, we got a short over here actually. So that's what I'm saying with the solder that you put on it. You can't put too much, so I actually have a short over here now. So I want to clean that out. Let's see if that's cleared. I may have to move the coil out some. Coil is a little too close to the resistor there, so let's move it out some. Alright, so that reflowed. Alright, let's come in here and see if we can, there we go. Alright, let's measure, make sure we have continuity through. Alright, so the coil is good. Cool that off. Most of the time the coil does have to be replaced, but sometimes you can get away without it. We'll double check and make sure we don't have any more backlight flicker, and then screw you guys, I'm going home. Not really screw you. Okay, so backlight's on, and from the looks of it, we don't have any more flicker, and it's much brighter now. So it definitely needed a coil. Just wanted to see, since it wasn't a full short, that maybe the coil had survived, but evidently it still had fucked itself too. Just not to the point that they normally do where they shit out all their insides. This time we just had a simple flicker in the backlight. waiting on it to boot up. So yeah, no more flicker on the screen. It's lit up. Touch is working on it. So this one is done. So guys, if you are, and gals, if you're watching this stream and you're not already a viewer of Lewis, you should go check him out, Lewis Rossman. I'm gonna go watch him actually myself as I drive home. I usually will listen to his stream on my way home. So thank you all for watching as always, and I'm glad that we've had success on stream lately. It makes for much more enjoyable videos. Makes it easier to do teaching lessons with, and I hope that this explains a little bit on how the backlight circuit works and how you can test it. We found our bad cap, replaced that cap, replaced our diode and coil that were damaged from the bad capacitor, and now we have functioning backlight again. So guys, girls, everyone in between, have a great day. Actually, I have 5 cats. So yeah. But everybody, I'll see you all later. Have a good night. Go have a drink for me. I'll see you all tomorrow.